Every year, millions of people travel to popular tourist destinations. One of the most famous being the Roman Coliseum. It has long stood as a symbol for bravery, excitement, and endurance. Although what many people are unaware of are the atrocities that happened in that same place that they are so eager to visit. Being listed as one of the 7 wonders of the world, that has led me to wonder why. I will take you to the year 79 AD in ancient Rome. The construction of the Coliseum has just finished, and to give you a better grasp of the time, that is the same year that Mount Vesuvius will have erupted and destroyed Pompeii. We are currently under the rule of Emperor Titus, who was the second emperor of the Flavian dynasty. His father, Vespasian, is the guy who ordered the construction of the Coliseum. For a long time, I have been very interested in the subject, until I decided to further my reading, and what I found was as disconcerting as it was repulsive. I will try to keep this as clean as possible, but it is a little disturbing and not suited for children. So I want you to take everything that you think you know about gladiators and ancient Rome and just push that out of the way. Because Hollywood has not been able to touch on the events that actually occurred. But nobody's really complaining because that would be very illegal and scary. They say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Whoever invented that saying obviously never visited Rome in 79 AD. What was going through Vespasian's head when he ordered the construction of the Colosseum? We do know that he needed to give something new and exciting to the people so that they would accept the possibility of many Flavian leaders to come. Rome needed some new form of entertainment, and it's a great way to showcase to the world what Rome is capable of. This kind of structure says, look at the power that Rome has. True to form, Romans were fond of exposing themselves in more ways than one. So those all do seem like completely legit reasons to invest in this kind of structure, but it's not going to build itself. They needed to enslave a people they thought less than them to build it for them. So many of the newer cults of Christians were in hiding due to the Romans' hatred for their tendency to frown upon little things like fornicating with children, adultery performed in orgies, and impaling people on spikes and to set them on fire to use them for torches. So who was left? The Jews. 60,000 of them to be exact. But that number is still small compared to what's to come. Gladiators were not new to Rome when the Colosseum was built. There were many years spent on putting 2 individuals against each other to fight to the death or be torn apart by animals. So they had plenty of practice to do horrible things to each other. The major change occurred when they realized, hey, we can fit a lot of people in the same place. About 50,000 to be exact. The debauchery still took place, just in a different location, with these exciting slaughters taking place before their very own eyes. I could throw numbers at you like 500,000 people and over 1 million animals being tortured to death, but those numbers really don't mean much unless you know what they went through. So when a man became a gladiator, or he was chosen to become a gladiator, it really wasn't a choice. You kill or you be killed. It's as simple as that. The festivities lasted for several months, one of the longest being about 180 days. It's a very long time. And so you can imagine that there were several very apprehensive contestants. And that wasn't even the worst part. You know how they say there were lions to tear you apart? That wasn't an exaggeration. That actually happened. So if you're a gladiator, you better hope that it's a human that you're fighting. To add insult to injury, literally, the emperor and many of the people would be pleasuring themselves during the events because they were excited. And or having a prostitute attend to them. You know, the finest prostitutes in Rome were very, very eager to go to the Coliseum to earn their money. And if you were a gladiator and you beat all the guys and you actually survived, you know, whatever, you better hope that the Roman emperor finds you sexually attractive, or he'll kill you. But if he does, they will send you to him afterwards so he could ruffle your petticoats, so to speak. So you can imagine that it was a pretty filthy place, very rancid, and filled with mounds of bodily fluids, feces, body parts, slaughtered animals, and full corpses. It was so absolutely horrific. So when people talk about the beauty of the Roman Coliseum, you can imagine that they probably have no idea what they're talking about, or they grew up with very different views. There's nothing wrong with admiring ancient architecture that has endured so much. Nothing wrong. It's just that when such horrific acts took place there, and, you know, so many people and animals were slaughtered, it's very tacky to sensationalize it. Why don't you just go to Auschwitz and take pictures of that and post them on your Instagram instead? So I would say, my personal opinion, that the Roman Coliseum is not the perfect monument to show the beauty of Italy. There are other ways that you can capture the essence of Rome and all the beauty in it. You should ride around in a Vespa, you can drink delicious wine, explore other architectural, you know, designs and different beautiful fountains like the one here, and befriend an Italian family that pretty sure would be more than happy to feed you.